What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we're going to be talking about some more Destiny 2 news, as well as a bunch of things that Bungie has announced about the transition of Destiny 1 into the sequel, with veteran awards and how events will work like trials and other stuff as well. So the first bit of interesting news that I want to mention was to do with some characters that are shown off recently on the Destiny 2 IMDb page. So on here we can see a bunch of the main characters in Destiny 2 and also their voice actors, what kind of role they play, so some basic information. And there's one new character which is yet to be shown off in Destiny 2 or properly revealed, and their name is called the Iron Guard. So definitely a very interesting name. The first thing that probably comes to everyone's mind is that this guy might be something to do with the Iron Banner. It's definitely very possible it could be the new vendor for Iron Banner, but maybe it's a bit more important than just a character who's in the social space and rocks up every month with a couple of new lines. I feel like if Bungie is using the word Iron as the Iron Guard, it has to be related somehow to the Iron Lords. That word is so specific, so I feel like it's very likely that he's somehow related to the Iron Banner, or at least the Iron Lord. But I'm interested to see what he actually does and who exactly the Iron Guard actually is to us. Now, something else pretty interesting on this list is that the console has a voice too. It's not just going to be a character with no voice. He's going to be present inside the game. So the console, if you didn't know, is actually Ghoul's mentor. So technically the highest and most powerful enemy in Destiny 2. And he's the one telling Ghoul what to do. So think of Ghoul as Darth Vader, and Console's more like the Emperor. We still don't even know if the console is actually a Cabal. He could be a completely different race, or could be a computer, or an AI, or like a war mind. But the name The Console does sound a bit like a robot to me personally. But when we heard about this character, we weren't exactly sure if he would appear inside the game of Destiny 2. But now we know he is a voice actor. And not only that, but he's also on this list of very important characters. So you've got the Vanguard, Amanda Holliday, and Ghoul. So clearly the Iron Guard and also the console are on the same level in terms of importance as the Vanguard, Amanda Holliday, and Ghoul, and we're probably going to be seeing quite a lot of them as main story characters. So next up, let's talk about some more news that Bungie actually released in their latest blog post. They released an image of the actual menu screen of Destiny 2, revealing quite a lot of interesting information in itself. They did actually say that a lot of this stuff could change and they're just temporary numbers and they don't necessarily reflect what could be in the final build of Destiny 2, but still a lot of this stuff is kind of interesting and does kind of tease what might be in the final game. So the first interesting thing that stuck out to me was the Glimmer Cap. You might have already noticed he has 34,000 Glimmer. So Bungie did make a point, again, of saying the numbers are temporary, but I don't think they'd put 35k, like whoever made this image, I don't think they'd literally write 34k in there for no reason. I feel like they could be hinting here the Glimmer Cap could be raised to like 35k or 40k, who knows what it might be, but it does seem pretty strange for someone to deliberately put the Glimmer as like 34k, so it could be something, or it might still be 25k, who knows. That's something pretty interesting as well. Now also, the level is 20, which you already know is the base level cap for Destiny 2. The light level cap is still unknown at this point. It could be 200 or 300. I'm sure they're still tweaking it, but it definitely isn't confirmation that 200 is max light level. It's just something in this image. We can also see some of the changes to the actual menu of Destiny 2. So at the top, we can see different tabs. We've got mostly the same stuff. So from the left, we've got settings, inventory, and character. And the two on the left are slightly changed around. So instead of the roster page, we now have clans. And instead of the quest page, we now have records, which is interesting. I'm guessing records is where the quests and missions now going to go, and possibly the record books too. Bungie did say in an interview during E3 that the quest page has actually been scrapped for a much better and different system. So it could be that all quests and missions are now inside separate record books. I mean, the system did work very well in Destiny 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if it returns in Destiny 2 now with much more record books. Now also we can see for the very first time in Destiny 2 what emblems actually look like, and they spread across the entire top of your screen now. That's an entire emblem, based like a banner and almost like a custom background for the page. And then we also got to see some of the veteran awards, which are emblems. So these are things you get in Destiny 2 for playing and accomplishing things in Destiny 1 essentially. And it's important to note these are just some of the veteran awards. Apparently there are a lot more, and only some of them are emblems, like you're about to see now. So out of all the veteran awards, some of them are emblems, and this is only some of those emblems, and the rest are being kept secret for now. But I'm pretty excited to find out what these other veteran awards are, and I'm glad they're not all just emblems, but it seems pretty cool so far. So this is our first look at what emblems actually are in Destiny 2. There are 7 of them. They shown off 4 veteran ones. So the first 6 are all for completing moments of triumph in year 1, 2, and 3. So in year 1, complete a moment of triumph, and then complete all year 1 moments of triumph. And then you got the same for year 2, so complete 1 of them, and then complete them all. And the same again for year 3. Reach rank 2 in the Age of Triumph record book, and then reach max rank 7 in the Age of Triumph record book as well. And the 7th emblem is to get a Grimoire score of 5,000 in Destiny 1. I'm kind of hoping there's a lot more extremely rare ones, like you played 2,000 hours of Destiny 1, or completed 100 raids or 100 flawless trials cards, emblems that really mean something and say a lot about the player. We'll have to wait and see what the other veteran emblems are, and the rest of the veteran awards themselves, which Bungie are hyping up to be pretty cool apparently. So next up, we've got some very important dates to bear in mind about Destiny 1 and its kind of transition into Destiny 2 with events starting to stop. So the final and last ever Iron Banner for Destiny 1 is going to be on August 1st. After that, it's going to stop completely, which is very interesting. I mean, we always wondered if it would continue once Destiny 2 was out, and the answer is actually no. But we do know that Iron Banner is going to be in Destiny 2. In a recent video, I showed off the Iron Banner armor, which I found in a trailer, so that confirms it. And even Bungie said in this blog post that it will re-emerge in Destiny 2. And then after that, on August 11th, Trials is also going to begin for the last ever time. So after that weekend, there's going to be no more Trials of Osiris ever, which is pretty sad to see for such a great game mode. But I also made a video on Trials in Destiny 2 and how it's going to be called Trials of the Nine. And the same as Iron Banner, Bungie said in this blog post that they're both going to return, but transformed in unexpected ways in Destiny 2. So you also have until August 1st to reach rank 7 in the Age of Triumph book to get that t-shirt. After that, you can still, of course, do the record book, but you won't be able to buy the t-shirt anymore off the website. So some of the events that are going to continue exactly the same in Destiny 1, there's still going to be all the weekly featured activities, so Crucible, Story and Strike playlists, and also the featured raids. Those are basically on rails and scheduled, so they're just going to rotate and keep on going without any help from Bungie. And also Zero is going to be turning up every weekend the same as normal, still setting exotics, so he's going to be automated. And the final thing to happen to Destiny 1 is that all the PlayStation exclusive gear is finally going to be released to Xbox, some of it after 2 years of waiting. So the Jade Rabbit, for example, and also Zen Meteor, Crucible Maps and Strike, Sublime Engrams, everything else, that's all going to be coming to Xbox on October 2017. They didn't say exact date, but October is when that stuff comes to Xbox. I mean, it's cool to see it finally get released, but it's also a bit pointless because October is right when everyone's going to be busy with the raid and trials and everything else in Destiny 2. So it's a missed opportunity for Xbox players, definitely unfortunate to see, and the kind of people still left on Destiny 1 probably aren't the people that even know what an exclusive is. So it's definitely unfortunate to see that kind of stuff, but that is how it's happening. Also, something random is that Destiny 1 servers are going to be going down and offline for about 9 hours next Tuesday. They're doing some maintenance to prepare for the Destiny 2 beta. Not sure how the two are related, but it's probably some complicated networking stuff, and they're doing it to build a better beta. And they also said they're going to be enabling the server queue for the beta and also Destiny 2's launch. You might remember with Rise of Iron's launch, everyone was stuck in a queue, and it was pretty funny. That's what happens when the servers get flooded, and it stops everything from breaking even further. But that's been a summary of all the recent Destiny news and things to bear in mind. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to join my band group, which is linked in the description. It's basically a page I've got going on for my community to talk to me or about Destiny, and there are LFG chat rooms in there with hundreds of people in there you can play with. So if you want people to do raids or trials or anything else, then you can join my band group in the description. But as always, a like rating on the video would be much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.